I don't know what I just watched. Normally when I make a video, it's very like, I know kind of what I'm going to say. It's a lot of freestyling, but most of the time I'm like, here's the main points I'm going to hit. This just happened, so I'm legit just recording and talking. So sorry if I'm like making no sense. But oh my gosh, what a sell job. What a comeback by the Knicks. I'm sure everybody has known this by now, but 08 Celtics 24-point comeback against the Lakers. That's what they said. This was a 29-point comeback. So over the stretch between the second quarter and the final, they went on a 30-0 collective run, basically. Like, they outscored the Spurs by 30 in that amount of time. I just don't know how you sell that as the Spurs. Like, what are we doing? Like, Wemby, what are you doing? De'Aaron Fox, what are you doing? Stephon Castle, he had a pretty good game, so did Dylan Harper, but like, collectively, what are you guys doing? I just don't know what you do if you're the Spurs now. Because I was thinking like low key, just because I don't think the Spurs are the type of team to give up. They were down 3-2 against OKC. They had a lot of reasons to make excuses or to think about next season, and they came back and they won. I don't know if they can do that this time. What's like a more demoralizing way to lose? I don't think that there is one. Like, legit, you were up 29 points. And all you had to do was not only just hang with your opponent relatively, you just had to not get absolutely dominated in the second half. And that's what happened. You got absolutely destroyed. Like, if you break it up into the halves, it's like the first half, you guys dominated, and then you went and got absolutely destroyed. I had a slight preference. I kind of wanted the Spurs to win. Now I just don't think they deserve it. I mean, if they somehow come back down 3-1, it's the craziest thing, I mean, since 2016. Maybe even crazier depending on how it happens, but that's just not in the cards, in my opinion. I just don't see how they have it in them to do that. Even though they have double home court advantage, they're too young. They aren't clutch enough. Jalen Brunson put on a clutch masterclass. OG Ananobi, they're probably going to make a statue of him just somewhere right now. As we speak, New York is probably on fire. And nobody's going to remember that Josh Hart smoked the most wide open layup probably of his career, because none of it matters. They literally did the impossible. Nobody's going to remember all the mistakes. Nobody's going to remember any of that. They're just going to remember how absolutely perfectly they played and how they were able to come back. So what does this mean? Like, for everybody, I think Jalen Brunson very clearly is now the front runner for MVP. Although Cat did have another great game. He played good defense. He had some huge buckets, including Luka Doncic-esque falling out of bounds three-pointer. I did not know that was in your bag, Karl Anthony Towns. He had that huge bucket driving in on Wemby late in the fourth. But Brunson just through and through the entire game was like, I'm going to get you guys buckets. Obviously, OG Anunoby is like the hero, but Jalen Brunson was incredible throughout the entire game. So was OG Anunoby, though. He was insane, too. I don't know. Is there an argument that he's... I don't know. Brunson has just been so good, and he hasn't been super efficient, but again, like, what does it matter? It doesn't matter if you're getting the wins. Like, you can have a 20% field goal percentage game or something if all of the points that you make are the most impactful points, and people will walk away and be like, those are the most impactful points. And I don't even know how many points he scored. I haven't looked at the stats at all. Literally, I finished the game, got in my car, and was like, I gotta react to this because everybody's gonna be talking about it, and I gotta, you know, get with the program. Like, what do you do over the off season? Like, I mean, if I'm the Spurs, it's very simple. It's try to make the most of this finals you can, learn from it, try to get out somehow, you know, of this 3-1 deficit. You got to go win game 5. Maybe you just take it one game at a time. Go win game 5. We'll see what happens in game 6. And if you win game 6, then you win game 7. So it's like, I think the Spurs will probably win game 5, but who knows? I could totally see them just having no gas left in the tank. But game 6, if it does happen in New York, that will be probably the biggest game ever. And that's sort of, it just feels like it was prophesized. It was prophesized that after they got to the finals and after they started playing the Spurs, and it was like, they're kind of the team of destiny. I was too blind to see it. Because I said that the Spurs were going to win in 7, but it's always been Knicks in 6. It's been Knicks in 6 since the beginning, and could be Knicks in 5. I could totally, again, I could see the Spurs just basically giving up, like going out and playing a little bit, but the Knicks just being like, absolutely not. We're not going to give them hope. Let's end this now. I think it's over. I think that was the series. And I think if the Spurs won that game, I think there's a good chance they win it all. Like, I think it really came down to OG Anunoby tipping the ball in. Like, that's going to be the story, is remember when OG Anunoby tipped in the ball to win game 4. Oh my gosh. Holy fish and chips. And I had fish and chips earlier. Maybe that was a sign. Yeah, I mean, New York, I'm guessing, just leveled by now. It's been mere minutes, but I'm guessing, you know, Spurs fans probably beat up more. The towers probably destroyed, even though they don't exist. Gotham. It's probably Gotham. It's probably Gotham after that game. Like, I expect nothing less. Another huge takeaway is that like never before, matchups. Because if you told me that the Knicks were going to win a month ago, 2 months ago, I would have called you insane. After watching how it played out, it kind of makes sense. Like, the Knicks never really had to go up against anybody too crazy until the finals. Like, hats off to them to doing really good job. But there's a real world where the Hawks were the best team against the Knicks in the entire postseason. That's on the table for sure. The sentiment for a little bit was nobody's going to be able to catch OKC. Nobody's going to be able to catch the Spurs. But now I think all it is go put the best roster you possibly can on the court and see what happens. And there's going to be tough matchups, and just go play hard, and it's going to be a different champion every time, it seems. Like, next year it could be the Spurs. Next year it could be the Thunder again. It could be the Nuggets out of nowhere. It should be, and it will be the Lakers, but it could be any team. It could literally be anybody. I mean, besides the Wizards and the Nets and, you know, the Kings, like, they're cooked. Even the Wizards. Like, if somebody told me next season the Wizards were going to win it all, I would be shocked, but there is a world that could happen at this point. I don't even know. Shout out the Knicks. Shout out OG Anunoby. Shout out British people everywhere. Shout out New York. Shout out Wemby for taking out OKC, because I'm never going to forget that. Overall, you're still a hero in my book. If you made it this far, comment fish and chips. I've said it a billion times in this video, and I'm hungry. I'm probably going to go eat some more. Yeah, that's basically it. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, like. Peace out.